Yang, talk about order and challenge. This time the shooting was located in a homestay in Fangshan, a suburb of Beijing. There were some small episodes when shooting in the morning. The car Yang was riding in had a flat tire halfway. The driver went to the forest shop to change the tire and took a lot of trouble. Then he drove all the way to the mountains for nearly 3 hours. After getting off the car, Yang felt relaxed. The mountains are vast, and the sun shines on the hillside, showing a wrinkled texture of yellow-green and dark green. The air has the openness of early autumn. He likes to look at the mountains, which are stable and far-reaching. Even if there is unpredictable mist, it is just an appearance. After it dissipates, the solid things are still there, unchanged. The vast locations often bring some touches to Yang. His highly anticipated new work, The Immortal Cultivation Biography, was shot in Xinjiang and Guizhou. He lingered in the vast grasslands, magnificent deserts and waterfalls. Being in them, watching the clouds is like being a fairy. Last September, Yang came to the Naledi grassland in Yili, Xinjiang. Entering the Yili River Valley, the green and lush grassland is like a blanket stretching to the horizon, dotted with dark green pine forests and dotted brown cattle. What he remembers most is the mountain forest grassland, with mountains, forests, grasslands and streams, the snow-covered Xianshan Mountains in the distance, and the clouds above his head. There is a grassland in front of you and a snow-capped mountain behind you. When you stand there and a little breeze blows, the feeling of cultivating immortals comes out immediately. When dubbing for this play, Yang exclaimed when he saw the part of Naledi, "It's so beautiful that it looks like it was photoshopped." Because of filming, Yang experienced many flavors in the world of strange love, and he also described it vividly when he talked to us. Karamay's Devil City, the Gobi Desert is everywhere, and the Yatan landform with endless desolation and vastness. When leaving Xinjiang in October, the weather began to turn cold, and Yang began to miss Xinjiang's mutton risotto. Because the shooting was tight and intense, he was hanging on wires almost every day, and the night scenes for nearly a month had to be shot until 2 or 3 in the morning. Yang said that he was eating a lot every day at that time. Under the high-intensity work, I have to eat first to keep myself full and maintain my physical strength and condition. The Immortal Cultivation of Immortal is adapted from the novel of the same name. Han Li, played by Yang, is a poor boy from an ordinary family. By chance, he entered a small sect in the rivers and lakes, went through hardships, and finally cultivated to become an immortal. What attracted Yang was the character of Han Li. When Han Li met his first master in life, Dr. Mo, although Dr. Mo wanted to take Han Li's life for personal gain, he used a letter to stir Han Li's desire to see the outside world, and Han Li has since embarked on the road of cultivating immortals. Along the way, exploration, trading, negotiation, planning. In the world of cultivating immortals full of intrigues and the law of the jungle, Han Li is cautious and steady, pursuing the longevity he longs for. He is a very stable person with a high adversity quotient. There are many things I can learn from him. Everyone has all kinds of people around them. I think in the end, you still have to know what you are insisting on and what your goal is. For this work that took 5 months to create, Yang's expectations are very direct. I definitely hope that everyone will think it is good looking after seeing it. As a person who has made efforts, I must want to have such a result. This is my little greed. After many years of debut, in Yang's own story, he always looks forward, without presets, but with many surprises. He grew up in Shanghai and has a happy native family. When he was a child, as long as he wanted to learn, his parents would accompany him to interest classes. When Yang finished the interest classes, his parents would take him to a big meal. At the age of 12, Yang went to the military art academy and suffered a lot. He called home, and his father rushed from Shanghai to Beijing to visit him at school with delicious food. The military art academy is a place with military management and strict discipline. More or less, I lacked some social contacts during my growth, such as cultivating interests, so I would appear a little more serious. Yang has always been considered to be upright, polite, and wrapped in perfectionism. I went to military school when I was young, and everyone was very independent. I was very determined to go to military school. It might have something to do with my personality when I was young, plus the training the school gave me later. Therefore, my personality now is that I am a more orderly person and I will try to plan things in advance. Yang has actually talked a lot about the story of the military art school. It is indeed an experience that he cannot avoid in the formation of his personality. It also made his transformation into a film and television actor and gaining the attention of the whole nation, which is particularly surprising. He remembers that when he first became an actor, he felt very fresh about everything. At the age of 20, he was eager to mature and be more stable. In 2015, which he regarded as an important note in his career, the movie Left Ear, the variety show Flowers and Youth, the film and television dramas Whirlwind Girl and Grave Robbers Chronicles followed one after another, making him popular. On the one hand, he was happy, but at that time I didn't understand it, and I felt that I didn't get enough sleep every day, and on the other hand, he wanted to make himself more cautious and make fewer mistakes. Yang is rigorous in showing himself to the outside world. When not filming, he doesn't like to share too much of his private life. I hope to have my own space to do what I like. But when you get to know him privately for a while, you will feel the sense of comfort that makes him approachable. This time, when he talked to us about the fact that he needs at least 2 hours to put on makeup and hair every day for costume dramas, we jokingly asked him if he would be troubled by his hairline because of this. He subconsciously touched his hair and said, "You are looking at my hair, what do you think?" He hopes to always present a standard and positive appearance on the stage. The same is true for his works. In recent years, he has begun to play more professional roles, esports players, special forces soldiers, aerospace designers, etc. I don't like to be trapped in a certain type. I still want to challenge myself, and it is my wish to do my best to play every role well. The next challenge may be to play the classic role of Zhao in the costume drama Yu Lin Lin by Noon Sunshine. 2 years ago, when he participated in the variety show Youth Travels Free, he had said Zhao, wearing a red dress, with soared eyebrows and starry eyes. This time, when he learned that he could play Zhao, he was surprised and happy. When I participated in the variety show, I didn't expect that I would be offered the role of Zhao in 1 or 2 years. It was fate. Yang is an orderly person who likes to have clear plans. In recent years, he has been shooting a TV series a year, and occasionally a movie. I still have to give myself some time, and I want to spend more time with my family. He is the kind of person who is unlikely to change his decision or be easily persuaded, but this time when I saw him, I still felt that something was different. For example, he seemed to be able to share more private and vivid moments. Opening his Weibo, there are more daily records. They are going out to see exhibitions. Although he missed Sangxingdu and giant pandas, he simply wandered around the streets of Chengdu, and when he saw everyone taking pictures of the beautiful sunset on the road, he also joined in. You can feel that he is living a good life and can also feel life. He talked about his health experience, bought a small hanging moxibustion online, referred to the instructions, and looked up online guides. The acupuncture effects of various acupoints, such as Feng Shui acupoint clearing away heat and refreshing the brain and assisting in treating colds, often pressing Zusanli acupoint to regulate the spleen and stomach, and finding Yongquan acupoint to relieve back pain. Described to us the joy of playing badminton, the kind of joy of dopamine secretion. The whole person is relaxed after the exercise, and the mind is clearer. We also mentioned the stock he has in many interviews. He wants to raise a dog in the future. Have you cultivated it now? I have started preparing. But it has been too long. He laughed. I have been preparing all the time. It is also a fate with dogs. After fate, they naturally enter the home. I think raising a dog is very different. It takes a lot of energy and you have to accompany it. We feel that he has found a more comfortable life state, and he also agrees. First make yourself comfortable, but also have awe, responsibility, and love for the world.